The movie starts with a young boy riding his bicycle around town. The boy, Wayne, stops when he sees a bunch of bums smoking on the pavement. Wayne just stares at them without saying a single word. The bums start bullying him. One of them throws a rock at the silent boy. But what Wayne does next surprises everyone. He picks the rock from the ground and uses it to break a window. The owner of the store gets outside, and the bums inform him that Wayne was the one who did it. The owner starts smacking Wayne around until he believes that the boy has had enough. But then Wayne gets back up, grabs the rock, and breaks yet another window with it. The owner is puzzled, asking Wayne if he is insane. The boy does not give him an answer, he just turns around and walks away. Later, Wayne returns home to his sick father. A girl named Dell knocks on his door to sell him some cookies, and Wayne is super fast to open up. Dell finds his reaction to be weird. Their first chat reveals that Wayne's father is fatally ill. Dell walks around the neighborhood selling cookies, but instead of buying one, Wayne invites her inside the house. After making sure that she is going to be safe, Dell follows him to his room. There, Wayne acts like himself, asking the girl if she wants to be his girlfriend. Dell checks how tall he is to determine if he would be a suitable boyfriend. Wayne wonders if he passed the height test, but Dell says it doesn't really matter, and just asks him if he is going to buy some cookies. Wayne exclaims that he has no money, thus he can't buy any. Dell grabs her bag while telling him that he has to go get some money and then go find her. One day later, Wayne returns to school with the thought of making money. He intends to sell some Crocs to his mate Orlando, but somebody has stolen his stuff from his locker. Wayne barges into the principal's office, demanding to get his stuff back, but Principal Cole has no idea who stole them. He sits Wayne down for a pep talk, recognizing that his father's work is what made him sick. However, Wayne does not have to follow in his footsteps, running around trying to make things right. As soon as Wayne walks outside, he sees two bullies messing with Orlando and his crush. Wayne steals a trumpet from another student and smashes the bully's face with it. After getting some money, Wayne finds Dell to buy some cookies from her, and they become a couple. Suddenly, though, Wayne is attacked by his potential father-in-law. The man takes his daughter away and orders his two sons to teach Wayne a lesson. Wayne is knocked out by them and returns home once he wakes up. The boy has a talk with his father, and it is revealed that Wayne's mother left them when he was 5 years old. However, his father reveals another detail: he had bought a unique car, but it was stolen from him when his wife left with her boyfriend. Every few years, her boyfriend sends him a picture of them with the car to taunt him. The father says that he wanted Wayne to have this car, but he can do nothing about it now. Later, the father dies, and Wayne sets himself on a new mission. After burning their rented house down with his father inside, he breaks into Dell's room to ask her if she wants to go to Florida with him to get a Pontiac C-car back. Dell is all in since she hates her family. Wayne takes her out of the house by throwing a TV at one of her brothers, but the other one follows them outside. Dell kicks him in the nuts from behind, but they also have to deal with her father. After Wayne shoots some fireworks at him, the two of them grab each other and exchange punches. At some point, Wayne headbutts him and then bites his nose to finish him off. Then he jumps on his motorbike with Dell, and they are ready to start their adventure. In the meantime, in Florida, his father's rival gives the keys of the Pontiac to his son Reggie as a birthday present now that he is becoming an adult. Wayne and Dell have a long road ahead of them, so they have to get some rest. After camping in the woods, Wayne hunts a rabbit and roasts it for Delaware. Although she tries it, she thought this meat is chicken. When she hears it's a rabbit, she snaps at Wayne and demands to get some proper breakfast elsewhere. Dell's father, Mr. Luchetti, visits the police station to report his daughter's abduction. The sergeant named Steven is a bit out of focus today because he is worried about his health. After filling out a form on his computer, he tells Luchetti that he is going to find his dog. Luchetti corrects him, but Steven doesn't even care. Luchetti takes a look at the sergeant's computer and realizes that he has been filling out a form for an appointment at a clinic. Meanwhile, Wayne takes Dell to a store to grab some breakfast. Dell asks about the car's address, but Wayne replies that he has no address, only knows the city where the car is located. Dell tells him that she has to go to the bathroom after hearing this, but then calls his name to ask him to buy her some tampons and sweatpants. Wayne runs to a nearby pharmacy, where he witnesses a guy harassing the girl who's working there. As it appears, the girl has not replied to his messages, and he is annoyed. Wayne decides to take action. He traps the man to a pole and breaks his bike to pieces. Then Wayne returns to the store to meet with his girlfriend, but Dell is nowhere to be found. Soon, Wayne sees her walking down the road and follows her. Dell was disappointed in him because he does all kinds of crazy stuff, but he was unable to buy her the things she needed. Dell leaves him and asks him to let her go, but then Wayne meets two guys and shares his story with them. The guys tell him that he has to go after the girl because girls say things they don't mean. She might have told him to let her go, but in reality, she wants him to go after her. Wayne makes a run for the bus station and tries to cut some time by running through a field. This field is protected by a weird guy who doesn't like trespassers. He shoots Wayne with a salt bullet and then ties him up in his warehouse. In the meantime, Dell tries to buy a bus ticket, but she is rude to the clerk, who happens to be the waitress from the previous restaurant doing a second job. The woman has had enough and starts fighting Dell. After they are done, the woman shares her sad backstory. Then she prompts Dell not to give up on Wayne before giving him a chance because the two of them might have something good going on. Dell changes her mind about Wayne, and the cashier takes her around town to find him. Dell accidentally finds the two guys who met Wayne, and they point her in the right direction. At the warehouse, the guy's crazy girlfriend challenges Wayne to a game, saying that they will let him go if he wins. All of a sudden, Dell bursts into the warehouse with a chainsaw and wreaks havoc. Wayne causes a distraction while Dell injures the weird guy. Wayne jumps on him and finishes him off with a few headbutts. The weird girl gets a hold of her boyfriend's shotgun, but the cashier decides to help the younger couple and knocks her out. Even though they are safe now, there is another development back home. Wayne's former landlord goes to the police with an envelope. Wayne had given him an envelope full of insulting messages, but he included a picture as well, probably by accident. The picture depicts his mother with her boyfriend. In the back of the picture, there is a mail stamp pointing to Florida. Now the sergeant knows where the boy is heading, but so does Mr. Lucetti, who tells his sons that they are going on a trip. While the two young adventurers continue on their way, they decide to spend the night at a motel. However, this motel is a bit different because it accepts only male guests who want to sleep with the women offering adult services there. Wayne tries to buy a service, but the woman tells him he is too young. Then Dell gives it a try because she knows there is nothing money can't buy. After offering the woman a hefty amount of money, she allows the kids to stay in the motel. The next morning, Sergeant Stephen and his boy Jay from the police station visit Wayne's school to learn more about him. Stephen realizes that all the kids are afraid of Wayne because he keeps beating them up. Nevertheless, Orlando explains that Wayne actually protects the rest of the kids and he only beats up those who deserve it. Wayne has a sense of justice inside of him. Remember the windows he smashed at the beginning of the series? He did that because that guy cheated on his girlfriend, who happened to be the nurse looking after his father. Later, Orlando steals the keys to the teacher's bathroom and joins the principal while he is in the toilet. Orlando was worried about Wayne, suggesting that Cole and himself go to Florida to help him. The principal tries to talk his way out of this crazy idea, but Orlando claims that Cole has nothing better to do, has no family, no friends, and no plans. He doesn't even have a pet now that his fourth dog died. Soon, Orlando brings his grandma to school, and the principal finds it amusing that she would allow her grandson to go on a trip that might get him hurt. Back at the motel, a bus with a few youngsters pulls up. A guy named Tag introduces himself to Wayne and Dell, saying that his group is on a tour. To make things more interesting for themselves, they explore all the weird motels they find on their way. The group invites them to have fun with them, as they have prepared cocktails. The day leads to a game of truth or dare where Wayne picks truth. Tag asks him a question, but he doesn't like Wayne's answer, believes that the boy is lying. Then Wayne gives Tag a crazy dare, but the latter is afraid to do it. To prove that he is legit, Wayne does his own dare. He steals a bike, breaks into a room, and then uses the bike to jump into the swimming pool. Elsewhere, The principal is informed by the police that his dogs died because somebody poisoned them. Sergeant Stephen did his job and found out that one of his neighbors fed antidepressants to Cole's dogs. Cole goes to a kennel and buys an aggressive dog that nobody else wants. Then he goes back and unleashes the dog in his neighbor's house to get his revenge. Now that everything is settled, he calls Orlando to tell him to get ready. They are about to travel to Florida. At the motel, the owner calls the police, and the young couple has to leave. The cops look for them all around the motel, but the lady helps the couple hide under a mattress. When it is safe to come out, the couple pushes the mattress up and proceeds to get their stuff. Dell realizes that the lady who offers adult services has stolen their money, but they have no time to get it back from her. Therefore, they jump on their motorcycle and escape. Meanwhile, in Florida, Reggie is enjoying his new ride along with his father Calvin. All of a sudden, an elderly couple bumps into them with a van. This infuriates Calvin, who prompts his son to grab something that can be used as a weapon. The two of them start smashing the van. The young couple comes up with various ideas to spend their days while on their trip. They have even found a house to spend the night, take a bath, and wash their clothes. Of course, this house is not rented or an Airbnb. The couple starts running around like crazy when they hear that the realtor is bringing a couple to show them the house. This only means that the kids have broken into this house illegally. In the meantime, Jay and Steven are getting ready for a trip. They have asked the service to get their rest days, and they are going to use them to go after Wayne. Jay wants to wear his uniform during the trip, but Steven explains to him that they are going to work off the clock wearing. The uniform would be inappropriate and illegal at the same time. Elsewhere, Wayne and Dell indulge in some daydreaming. She asks her boyfriend what kind of house he would like to buy. Wayne doesn't even imagine buying a house since they don't have money to cover their basic needs. For example, they need to buy gas for their motorcycle to continue on their journey. Dell sees a few men standing at a booth, so she tells Wayne that he could go work with them. These men are doing day labor, which means that they are waiting for somebody to pick them up for some construction work. Wayne could work for a day, get paid in cash, and use that cash to buy some gas. As for Dell, she can look around and try to sell some of her stuff for cash. Wayne stands with the rest of the workers until a guy pulls up and asks for a few guys to work for him. Wayne follows the lead of the others and goes to work with them. Wayne is not particularly good at this line of work, so the manager tries to find something for him to do. He sends the boy to break a wall down. Wayne does what he does best and starts destroying the place. However, when the boss comes in, he notes that Wayne is smashing the wrong wall. One of the guys working on the spot, Ramon, saves Wayne. He tells the boss that he instructed Wayne to break this wall because of mold. The boss buys the lie but is still stressed out, ordering everyone to get back to work. Later, the workers have a break, and Ramon shares his food with Wayne. He also talks about his family, his wife and kids live back in Mexico while he is trying to make some money in the United States. Wayne talks about Dell, but he has no idea how things will go between them. Ramon gives him some advice that every man needs to hear. He says that Wayne should just listen to her and nod without trying to fix anything. When the day is over, the manager pays Wayne. Before he turns around to join the other workers in the van, the manager tells him not to join them because they are illegal immigrants. The boss has thought of a trick for them. He is going to drop them off in front of the foreign department. This way, the immigrants will start running so they won't get arrested and sent back to Mexico, which means the boss won't have to pay them. Wayne does not like that at all, so he decides to take action. He steals the boss's Challenger and drives after the van. He gets the car in front of the van and forces the boss to stop. Then he gets the boss out of the van and pins his hand on the vehicle using a construction tool that drives nails into walls. Finally, Wayne opens the back door so the immigrants can come out. The workers wonder what's going on until Wayne explains to them what the boss was going to do. Ramon and the rest of the workers thank Wayne before running away. The boss yells for somebody to help him, but nobody cares. Wayne gets back in the Challenger and drives away. After escaping from the construction site boss, Wayne drives the Challenger to meet Dell. She's been selling some of her belongings and manages to gather enough cash to buy gas. The two refuel and hit the road again. As Wayne and Dell get back on the road, they start to feel a little more hopeful, despite the challenges ahead. The journey is far from over, but their bond grows stronger as they face adversity together. Wayne and Dell keep driving toward Florida, but tension grows between them. Dell is worried about their future and whether Wayne can really keep them safe. Wayne, meanwhile, struggles with his own guilt and feelings of failure. He wants to be the man Dell deserves but doesn't know how. At the same time, Sergeant Stephen and Jay arrive in Florida. They start following leads, checking places Wayne might show up. Stephen is methodical and determined, but Jay begins to question the morality of their mission. He wonders if Wayne is truly the villain Stephen makes him out to be. Calvin is far from perfect, but at least he allows her to be whoever she wants to be. Later, Calvin finds Wayne hanging some shelves in his TV room because his mother wants to put some candles on them. Calvin speaks to Morin about it, making it clear that Wayne has to go. Morin wants to give Wayne and herself a chance. She was young and things were different when she left him. Nevertheless, Calvin believes it is too late for her to try to be a good mother. He gives her an ultimatum. Wayne has to leave their house or else Morin will leave with him. Morin tries to tell Wayne that she is leaving because she has to give a presentation with her candles. Wayne wants to help her out and doesn't get the real message here. Morin has no choice but to tell him that he has to go. She would let him stay here if the house was hers, but it is not. Wayne is infuriated. He breaks all of her candles and then tries to drive away in the Pontiac, but Reggie sneaks up behind him with a knife as Calvin comes to get him. Elsewhere, Cole crashes the car in an attempt to avoid a stray dog walking in the middle of the road. Since the car is unusable, he takes Orlando and the dog to a bus station where they see Dell begging for some money to buy a bus ticket. As soon as she sees him, Dell hugs the principal even though she finds it a bit weird he is here. Back in Calvin's house, he has tied Wayne up in his warehouse and is about to give him a hard time. Out of a sudden, Stephen and Jay arrive asking questions about Wayne. Calvin reveals to them that he has the boy, while Reggie knocks Jay out with a single punch. Calvin asks Reggie to bring the truck while Stephen enters the warehouse to fight one-on-one against Calvin. As he gets undressed, Calvin reveals that he was a teacher in Thailand before he became a policeman there. He was framed for a murder he did not commit and was thrown into a brutal Thai prison where he had to fight for his life every day. As the two of them fight, Stephen uses his Muay Thai style. Calvin is hard to beat, but Stephen gets some help from Wayne's leg to finish him off. Then Stephen clarifies that he has already given Wayne a chance and he is not going to give him another. Wayne is under arrest. Wayne is taken to a police station in Florida. Stephen comes to see him as he brings some of the boy's personal belongings. The sergeant takes his time to speak with the boy, saying that if he cooperates with the authorities, they will send him back to their town. Wayne considers his town nothing more than a cemetery since there is nothing for him there. However, Stephen asks him to rely more on his relationship with Dell. He tells the story of his own father who loved to ice skate and was very good at it. It was the only time he enjoyed his life, but then he had to stop skating because of what his family and society expected him to do. The lesson he tries to teach Wayne is that he has probably not worn his metaphorical skates. He has never allowed himself to enjoy life or experience something good. This is ironic since everything Wayne does, he does out of love even though he is brutal and mostly uses his hands to help others. In the meantime, Dell and her company visit Morin to ask her about Wayne. She informs them that Wayne got arrested along with Calvin. Dell wants to get the keys to the Pontiac, but the car has been taken by the police. Soon, the police station almost empties because there are many wild animals on the loose around town. Reggie paid a visit to the guy who sold him a baby alligator and released the rest of his animals. While Stephen drives around, he realizes that many policemen are on the streets. This makes him wonder who is guarding Wayne. Back in the police station, Reggie walks in and has a talk with a goofy police officer asking to get his car back. The officer can't give him the keys because the car is considered evidence. Despite this minor setback, Reggie knocks the officer out and grabs the keys. However, he turns around when he sees Wayne handcuffed. Reggie seems to believe that he has to kill Wayne because he is never going to stop coming after him for the car. Wayne doesn't care about the car anymore, but Reggie attacks him now that he has the chance. After receiving a few kicks, Wayne starts fighting back until he pulls the drawer of the desk off. Reggie is in big trouble now since Wayne uses the drawer as a weapon. Although Wayne hits him well, Reggie keeps coming back. The two of them get ready for another round as they both land some shots. At some point, Wayne delivers an aerial kick and sends Reggie through a door. But Reggie comes back once more. This time, though, he manages to get Wayne on the floor and trap him under a piece of furniture. Then he grabs a gun and is about to shoot Wayne. Thankfully, Dell appears behind him and almost chokes him to sleep. Reggie recovers once more and pins her down on a desk, but now it's Wayne's turn to save his girlfriend. He grabs his hammer and knocks Reggie out with it. Dell helps Wayne get to the car and she takes him away. Dell wants to tell him something but warns him that he doesn't have to say it back to her if he does not feel the same way. Dell tries to tell him that she loves him, but Wayne says it first. "Wayne, I love you." Suddenly, their car is hit by a pickup truck. The kids are injured, so Dell's brothers manage to take her away. At the same time, Lucetti cuts Wayne's nose in order to give him a mark. Wayne loses his love as her family takes her away. The police arrive at the scene and Wayne is taken away. A week later, Wayne is taken to prison and put in a cell. When he is alone, he brings Dell's necklace out of his mouth, indicating that nothing is over yet. Please like the video, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification to notify you when we post another recap. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next recap.